Walk into any grocery store, and you'll see a wall of numbers. Some rise, some fall, some seem to jump for no reason. But a grocery price isn't just a number. It's the last stop in a long chain, and by the time it reaches you, it's carrying the weight of everything that happened before it. Start with a single dollar. Only about 10 to 20 cents of it goes to the farm that grew the food. Everything else happens after the harvest: milling, packing, trucking, refrigeration, warehousing, retail labor, rent, energy, and the machinery that keeps food moving across the country. That's why weather in one region, labor in another, and fuel prices everywhere can all end up on the same receipt, or why a disease outbreak in a single region can ripple across an entire aisle. Take eggs. Since 2022, more than 160 million birds have been lost to avian influenza. When a single case is detected, the entire flock is culled. And even after the barns are cleaned and restocked, young hens need months before they lay their first egg. No amount of demand can speed that up. Or look at coffee. Brazil, the world's largest producer, faced severe drought conditions. Soil moisture collapsed, trees were stressed, and global futures soared. And then there's Florida citrus. Hurricanes, disease, and long-term tree decline have pushed production to its lowest levels in nearly a century. When an entire state's groves shrink, the price tag on a carton of juice has nowhere to hide. But even when these shocks hit, the number on the shelf doesn't change right away. Commodity prices move fast. Contracts move slowly. Shelf prices move last. But natural disasters are only part of the equation. Processors often buy ingredients months in advance. Distributors renegotiate fuel surcharges. Retailers work through inventory, purchased at old prices. But when prices finally do move, they don't move symmetrically. They rise like rockets and fall like feathers. Not because anyone is hiding the decrease, but because of how the chain unwinds. Old inventory has to sell through. Contracts have to expire. Promotions have to reset. And when they do, the climb is always steeper than the descent. Then there's the volatility caused by how retailers compete. Some stores run on everyday low pricing, steady numbers, few surprises. Others run on a high-low mentality, mark an item up significantly, then discount it repeatedly. Loss leaders add another layer. Milk, eggs, bananas, often sold at or below cost to pull shoppers in. The price isn't a signal of supply or demand. It's bait. And even when the shelf price is stable, the real price can shift. There's the sticker price, the loyalty price, and the effective price after coupons. Two shoppers can buy the same item at the same time and pay different amounts. Shrinkflation quietly changes the math again. Smaller packages, smaller quantities, sold at the same price. It affects roughly a third of grocery items, but barely shows up in inflation data. It's a change you feel, not one you see. Across the store, every category has its own reasons and its own rhythm, but none of it is random. So why do grocery prices seem to change constantly? Because most of what shapes them happens far from the shelf. Some forces move quickly, others move slowly. Some are natural, others are deliberate, and the rest are filtered through the way our brains notice change. What feels arbitrary is simply the part of the process we only see when it reaches the shelf. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing. No markup, no markdown, no limited time offer, just a button.